So, when this guard gets killed, I originally said to you, Amy needs to shoot him in the leg, he falls down, and Danton runs him through with her sword. But you went above and beyond the Call of Duty. And
That's boring. Having just someone stick a sword in someone is boring. Because, as an animator, like, I remember as a kid playing Beneath a Still Sky. I wasn't a kid, I was sort of a teenager when I played Beneath a Still Sky, but there's an animation where a guy gets kind of cut in half by a laser, and as a kid I was like, oh, that's really crazy, who would animate a thing like that? And now that I'm an animator for adventure games, I actually went back and saw that scene again recently and was like, oh, it's not that bad. It kind of desensitizes you when you do it. You kind of push yourself more and more, you know. There's certain stuff in games I played as a kid, Jagged Alliance 2, if you shoot a guy in the head, his head basically explodes in this shower of gore, and like if you come back later there's ravens eating rotten corpses and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's so gross, but now I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's fun. It's really fun to have this sort of this idea of it as being some technical thing to push yourself further. You told me when Amy's fighting the guard in Willowdale Plaza that you wanted her to stab him in the neck with the syringe.
Yeah.
But I kind of went, well, that's kind of boring, so I'm going to get her to stab him twice in the eye socket with it and then kick him over like this angry sort. But that's always really fun to me, to do the most violent animations I can, and just having this guy's head come off seemed natural to me.
I think too, in working in 320 by 200 at such a low resolution, it's, I don't want to say it's funny, but it's definitely, you can definitely get away with a lot more, I think, more over-the-top violence than you could if it was more realistic, because...
I don't know, because Fallout 3 is just as violent as Fallout ever was.
Yeah, true.
You know.
But,
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I like sort of going above and beyond. Sometimes, I remember, not just animations, I remember when I was doing the Quarantine Zone, you kind of had the hobby shop. I was like, oh yeah, it's a hobby shop.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, you know, so I ended up filling it up with corpses. Just because, to me, a hobby shop, that's not this horrible place in the middle of this walled city. I want to do something. You try and make it seem more horrible. You wanted to build this idea of Danton being way more violent than she needed to be. So I thought, well, how can I really sell that idea with the animation? And when you have that idea as an animator, like this is who the person is, you can kind of put a bit of that into the animation.
Yeah.
Yes, as promised.
I had a feeling that might be the case.
The way out. It felt like that hallway went on forever. I think we're having the same kind of day.